Right. So I've been watching TikTok for a little bit. Actually, was while I was on my lunch break, and I've been seeing a bunch of stuff on TikTok, and it really has me asking a certain question as I drive home. So apparently, a U.S. citizen has been detained by ICE now. I think the first case of that, supposedly. All right. That's one thing that I saw. Another thing that I saw was steps if you get detained by ICE. And the one thing, and I saw a couple of other things as well, but the one thing that I kept on seeing is I kept seeing people honestly keep talking about the laws. If they do this, it's against the law, and then this is against the law. And every time I hear that, I'm just like, I turn away, I turn off, I scroll to something else. And what I'm trying to figure out with this, and maybe somebody can help me with this, because I also saw I guess a lawyer. I mean, I like to think he's a lawyer. He started listing out all the constitutional violations. If this happens, that happens. And he was specifically speaking to black people, and I guess maybe even black men. Like, do this, do that, because even though this might happen, it's future litigation. I'm like, okay, I understand that, and I'm not even coming after him. But my thing is this. What fucking laws? What laws? How many laws got broken for this to even be where it is right now? Not just DC, but all of what's going on. How many laws got broken? Bent or just flat out broken, just flat out ignored? How many judges have been ignored? I mean, people are sitting here talking about, oh, you're going to get paid, you're going to get money, and all this stuff, document everything. Okay, if you get detained, how are you going to document any fucking thing? They're going to take your shit. First of all, pen and paper don't mean anything. Anybody can write anything. The only thing that's going to matter, at least supposedly in this AI day and age, where God knows what's real and what's not, okay, as AI gets better, the only thing that's going to matter is audio, video. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. Actually, exactly like what I'm doing right now. Preferably higher frame rates. This is 60 frames per second, and you all can enjoy this buttery smoothness. And preferably higher resolution. I would go to 8K, well, actually 4K at 60, or 8K at 30, but TikTok doesn't allow for that, so there's that. So 60 frames at 1080p is the best y'all are getting. They're gonna take your stuff, so no, there's not gonna be any documentation. And then you want to sit here and talk about, oh, well, the laws and violating your laws, and it's against the Constitution and against this and that, and you can sue who? The same government that's allowing this to happen? The same government that when ignored another part of it, the judicial branch, that went and said, no, you can't do this, and the other head of that hydra, the executive branch, just completely ignored them. And those judges were powerless to do anything. All they did was say tisk, 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 you can't do that because we said so. And they're like, go F yourself, we're still gonna do it anyway. And nobody stopped them. This is what you people don't get. And you know what? I'm kind of reaching the point where I'm like, you know what? Let's see how bad it gets, and let's see how long it takes before people fucking realize. How long it takes before people fucking realize. Like, what happens? I mean, hell, what didn't Trump go and stop freeze future civil rights stuff? So whatever civil rights cases are here now, okay, fine, for review, but then future ones are frozen, so your civil rights violation is now null and void, and nobody stopped them, right? You go try to sue the government, and then they come back with, well, you know what, here's the justification as to why we did that. And so we're not going to pay you out because we investigated ourselves and found that we did nothing wrong. Then what? I saw one of these videos like, if you got wrongfully deported, you can sue for wrongful deportation. I'm like, from where? You're going to sue the United States from outside the United States? Obviously not saying that that's impossible, but where the fuck are you going to go? What is it going to fucking take? What am I talking about? Well, let's take a look at this now. Nonviolence, that didn't work when it came to the Revolutionary War. It didn't work when it came to the Civil War. Back-to-back world wars did not work there either. There has been no documented case of nonviolence, of peaceful anything working. Any case that anyone can point to, there was some underlying factor. That imbecile Gandhi? Yeah, you heard me. I fucking said it. You can feel free to come at me. That imbecile Gandhi, what? Nonviolence, plus he decided to go and destroy himself talking about hunger strike? The reason why the British backed off was because it wasn't profitable anymore. And wasn't what, the Industrial Revolution kind of kicking off a bit more or something like that? It became, they found cheaper ways to get that salt or whatever the hell they were doing over there, to the point where it didn't make cost-effective sense. There is always some underlying fucking reason. It's not because peaceful protests worked. It's not because putting your hands behind your back and singing hymns and psalms and shit worked against bullets, brass knuckles, baseball bats, crowbars, lead pipes, and anything else that you would find in Streets of Rage. Great game, by the way. All of them. Peaceful doesn't work. King, even he had to admit, yo, shit, damn, I fucked up. Man, this house is getting a little hot. I'm singeing the ends of my nose hairs and shit, man. Yo, I led you all into some bullshit. Even he had to admit it. Peaceful anything does not work. And all these people, and look, admittedly, I get why they're saying that. But my thing is, it does not work. If you are not going to physically prevent them from doing what they're doing, they're going to continue doing what they're doing. And then you got to go back to, you have to go to the rapist about the rapist. What sense does that make, huh? You have to go to the murderer about the murderer, to the arsonist about the arsonist. You have to go to the government about the government. And have to wait until the government decides to say, you know what? Yes, I was wrong. Nowhere else does that logic work. And it doesn't work there either. The Jews went peacefully, if you know what I mean. How'd that fucking work for them? Quite swimmingly, yeah. Trump sitting here talking about he going to review the not even the civil rights, but like the freaking Smithsonian, because oh my God, it's portraying slavery as too bad. Is he gonna start combing through that Holocaust museum? If nah, why nah? Because that was pretty bad too. And isn't Germany one of our allies? It's kind of making them look in a pretty bad light. This shit is insane. You know, I want to see how long it's going to take. I want to see how long it's going to take before people finally realize, us sitting here peacefully going by the quote-unquote laws that these people are not following anyway isn't working. And when it comes down to it, this is all made up. This is the part that where I checked out after I came to grips with this. This is all made up. The only thing that's real is whoever or whatever created all of this, the sun, the moon, the stars, the universe, all of existence. The said physical manifestations that we all see, we're touching and all that stuff. Okay, that's real. Call it God if you want. Whoever or whatever created all of this, that's real. The physical world, that's real. The dynamics of life, of biological life, that's real. That's it. Society is made up. Laws are made up. They do not exist. At what point are you going to say, you know what, fuck it, I don't feel like playing this game anymore? And do that not individually, but on a mass scale. More or less planetary, but at least as far as the whole country goes. These laws aren't real. These laws don't physically stop me from doing whatever. So you know what? If they're gonna off me, if I'm gonna get sent, if I'm gonna get offed, I'm gonna get offed anyway. I'm gonna drag as many of them to hell with me as possible. When are people gonna be on that? Because I'll give Obama this. He went and said in some interview, just imagine if I did any of this. Right? Just imagine if I did any of this. Now you want to sit here and talk about crime. Oh my God, crime. Okay. You know what? I'll go on ahead and give you this. All those blue states, those blue cities, black people. Okay, with the crime, you know what? All right, well, you know what else is a crime? All of these overdoses with these opioids and crap. Abusing drugs is a crime. So even if it's prescribed, it's still a crime. Go on ahead and go into all these white places. White places, white spaces in all these red states. You want to go off with DC and you want to go next? Head over to West Virginia. Some remnants of it are even in Hagerstown, Maryland. Head there. Because last time I checked, abusing opioids is a crime. Since you want to talk about crime so damn much. And we got to stop crime. Okay. Just say no. What's so hard about that? That was before I was even born or even got to this country, but all those who know where that came from and know why I say that, you all know. All those who don't worry about it. But this is fucking insane. This is fucking insane. I want to see how long it's going to take. I want to see how long it's going to take. And honestly, I'm hoping people aren't waiting until his base turns on him. And I know exactly when, if they're going to turn on him in mass as a whole, I know exactly when they're going to turn on him. They're going to turn on him when his tariffs trickle on down, or at least in this case, unlike economics, probably not trickle on down, like you're getting pissed on, but flash flood, global flood on down. And those already poor, destitute states and destitute rural areas get hit with those tariffs, which is going to be in a few weeks to a few months. It's not going to be years, I tell you that. He's not going to leave before the effects of those tariffs hit. It's going to be a few weeks to a few months, and then when those red states and his base gets hit with that shit, yeah, that's when they're going to turn on him. And unlike these idiots talking about nonviolence, those people have the guns. Is it going to take them? Now, certainly, I wouldn't mind them in chess the pawns go first, to quote Eric Lensher, or Magneto, I guess is how people is what most people know him as. In chess the pawns go first, sure. So yes, let them go first, okay, but while the enemy is reloading after taking them out, the rest of us kind of need to be ready to rise up out of the ground and start going, you know, while they're reloading. Like anyway, ultimately, I'm not worried about it, because if nothing happens, I already have my plan for my life. Okay, in about a year and a half, I will be 100% debt free, despite how all this crap is going. I'm about to move. I'm about to start saving so much money and being able to stack so much money that I'm good. You know, God forbid I get some stuff going back home in Jamaica. All right. And if not, then chances are stuff has gotten so bad that it's that, like, hey, we are now in anarchy, full-on anarchy. Like, the military realized, as powerful as they are, they do not have just the raw brute force numbers that the population has. Plus, if we go on off enough of the population, then what's the point? You don't have anybody to rule. Kind of hard to be a king when you don't have any pawns, huh? Yeah. So, either way, I win. Me personally, either way I win. Either way I'm good. But I just want to know why the hell people still keep talking about the laws as though the laws still exist anymore. These people are really going to sit here and expect the government to hire a civil rights law. With what fucking money? With what fucking money? Look how many people are struggling. Even people making six figures are struggling. And the average person makes how much in this country? Like, the national average as far as income is how much? Fucking hell. You're gonna go hire a lawyer. And what happens if the government says we had justification to do this, therefore no money for you? Your rights got violated. Well, no money for you because we had justification to do it and we were within the laws, supposedly. You people need to think. You people need to start thinking like if the laws worked, we wouldn't have been in this. We wouldn't be where we are right now if the laws actually worked. And if you want to say that the laws were there, but then the people actually interpreting and enforcing the laws aren't doing it, well, shit. That goes back to what I said. It's made up. It's all made up. They're not stopping gravity. They're not stopping aging. They're not stopping any natural laws, any natural dynamics. They're stopping what they can just change on a whim. This law is causing a hindrance. We'll just change it. Just change that law. Or if it takes too much time and energy to change it, just ignore it. Because guess what? The executive branch is the one that controls the guns, not the legislative or the judicial. So what the fuck are they going to do? Really kind of makes me wonder why the hell you even have the other two branches anyway, when literally one branch has all of the physical power to literally do what we're doing, what's getting done right now. Insane. But anyway, I don't know. I have no idea what the hell people are thinking or why the hell they keep on going on talking about the laws and suing and all this shit like that means anything anymore. Like all that can't just be made null and void just because one person says so. But hey, I still maintain hope or faith or whatever that, as the saying goes, or a version of the saying, by the ballot box or the cartridge box, you will be held accountable. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. These midterms, fuck. Much less 4 years or what, 3.5 years from now. Ballot or bullet, huh? Whatever. At this point, if anything was gonna happen, it would have happened already. As far as physical resistance to physically stop the government, much like they physically went up against the crown back in the Revolution, much like they physically went up against each other in the Civil War, World War I and II, physically. If anything was going to happen, it would have happened. So at this point, I'm just going to lay low. I'm coming out on top either way. So I individually, personally don't care. Later.